Hey, what's everyone so down in the dumps for?
You're so clueless. We lost Marion to the Pilgrims. Do you realize how much that technology of hers is worth? They let a veritable gold mine slip right through their fingers.
You're pretty clueless yourself. Not everyone is as money hungry as you are. She was their friend. They've been through a lot together. First, the entire Ark gangs up on them, and now she's been kidnapped by some strangers. How could they not be torn up about it? Isn't that right? Called it.
Also, is there any special reason for Nikkes from the Talentum to be tagging along? Business is their forte, not combat. There's no reason for them to be joining us on a mission above ground.
Come to think of it, you're right. Commander, are they holding anything over you? Maybe a private loan or something?
Nothing like that. Everything has been drawn up in our contract.
I should have known. All those attacks on the Outpost from people trying to capture Marion did a number on our major facilities. The subsequent renovation costs are weighing on everyone's mind.
Even if that's true, how can the commander have entered into a contract without even consulting us?
Commander, what's going on here?
Are you in debt? Acting as a guarantor?
You ought to have more faith in his financial acumen.
There's no need to be so on edge. We've struck a fair deal, even from your perspective. The contents of the contract are very simple. If you escort us to a specified point on the surface, any profits we make will be split right down the middle. That's it. Note that we don't even know what is at those coordinates. The three of us found out about these coordinates through different sources. We all agreed that this is an opportunity which may pan out quite well for us financially.
You're being too modest. We all operate in different business fields, and it's rare for all three of us to agree on something. The fact that this has happened means we're about to hit pay dirt.
Do you see it? The blue sky. The bright sun. It's exactly how the books describe them. If we continue on our way, defeating raptures as we go, we can get our hands on some high-tech artifacts that have been buried in the ground for over half a century. It might be dangerous, but I'm not worried. Our handsome and capable sweetie will protect us. Oh my! And he's humble to boot. Anyways, with a handsome hunk protecting us, will we be able to obtain any high-tech artifacts? Stay tuned, everyone, and don't go changing the channel.
Don't mind them. It's a common thing that mall owners do. Streaming gets them on Tetra TV, where the SJs help give their malls some added exposure. Ruby runs one of the largest shopping malls in the Ark.
That and the fact that emotional marketing is all the rage these days. The more you put your product out there, the more valuable it becomes. There's no better story than something having been obtained up on the surface through blood, sweat, and tears. So the more she goes on camera and shows off, our piece of the pie gets bigger and bigger.
Ugh, it's all about money with you people.
Commander, 9 o'clock. Can you see it? The raptures are on the move.
They're moving like ants in a straight line. I think they're transporting something. I can't quite make it out, but it's very shiny. A jewel or some electronic part. Something of that sort.
I smell something.
I've got a good feeling about this.
We'll find what we're looking for at the end of that line. By the way, they seem to be heading right towards the coordinates we're aiming for. This can't be a coincidence.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, sir.
Wait, are you guys out of your mind? You're just going to take Talentum at their word and barge straight in?
But, Anise, if there's a treasure to be found here, we won't have to worry about money ever again. We've been through hell ever since the Outpost started being raided. We're on the verge of running out of gas and electricity, and we only have cold water for showers. Even our rations were cut in half. I'm tired of living off other people's table scraps.
Wait. Are you the one who keeps stealing my snacks? Hey, rookie. Just how poorly have you been treating these ladies?
It doesn't have to be a frontal assault. We can sneak in from behind and snag the treasure that way. Let's hurry and catch up to them.
Tell me something. What made you suddenly decide to come up to the surface? If you're part of the Talentum, you should be well off. There shouldn't be any reason to put yourself in danger like this. Don't you ever watch the news?
Sure. National Defense News. They're always introducing sweet new firearms.
No, I mean news channels that deal with social issues, stuff like that. Macilla's stock prices have been cut in half. It's been all over the news. Their investors lost a small fortune.
What? That sack of Sewin's company?
Yes. Unfortunately, we were one of those investors. In order to make up our losses, we have to start taking risks. Like coming up to the surface.
You should know that better than anyone. Think about everything that's happened. When their main squad Matisse returned, they had all been corrupted. Macilla's was the only no-show during the assault on the underground facility. It was also revealed recently that Sewin never subjected the members of Matisse to a memory wipe. Then on top of that, one of their researchers became a sort of whistleblower exposing all sorts of malfeasance. After that, people's faith in the company plummeted, and so did the stock prices.
As it stands, a memory wipe is the only fix for corruption. Matisse not doing that means they're all still inside the Ark, corrupted as ever. The citizens feel like they're a major liability.
To be honest, Sewin is known for her favoritism towards Matisse. I can understand why she would want to preserve their memories. As a Nikke, part of me hopes she would be able to find another way. But as an investor, it's a different story. It's complicated. It's bizarre. Those raptures are circling around the same spot.
Think their directional sensors are broken?
All of them at once? Fat chance. Dala, you've been recording their movements this whole time, right?
Sure enough, based on analyzing the record, those raptures aren't moving around aimlessly. Rather, they seem to be patrolling around the coordinates that we're aiming for, as if they're trying to protect it. Most likely. So what do you want to do? Do we charge straight in? Or give up and go back?
We've been through hell ever since the Outpost started being raided. We're on the verge of running out of gas and electricity, and we only have cold water for showers. Even our rations were cut in half.
I'm tired of living off other people's table scraps. I'm getting sick of it. Sick, I tell you. So you're the one who keeps stealing all my food.
Enemy neutralized.
I nearly thought I was done for back there. After we get through this, we can take a nice long soak in a private hot tub. In the finest presidential suite, of course. As long as I think about that, I can manage to find that second wind. Me too. Nothing's more motivating than the thought of no longer having to sneak into the commander's room in the middle of the night for hot water. What? I'm not the only one. Don't look at me. Other people do it too.
I have no comment.
Wowee! What a scandal! Our dashing commander seems so prim and proper on the outside. But in reality, he's a Lothario who seduces poor young Nikkes by luring them into the showers and doing unspeakable things to them. But don't you know? Sex sells! I bet our viewers will double because of this.
Stop kidding around. We need to hurry up and move. If we hit the jackpot with this one, we'll all be able to have anything we want, private hot tubs included.
Dala, are you sure these are the proper coordinates? It looks to me like...
Exactly. It reeks. So much for the private hot tub. Sayonara, presidential suite.
This is... I can't believe this. Oh my god.
Jackpot! This steel that's sticking to our feet is Gondesium! All of this iron just lying around our rapture cores. Not only that, aren't these data chips? They were part of some secret research and went missing during the first rapture invasion.
Ruby, what are you doing? Don't just stand there flapping your gums, start grabbing! I can't grab any more.
Me too. I've reached my limit.
This should all get us out of the red. Let's head back. What was that? A landslide. Or a garbage slide, rather? Uh-oh, I guess we took a little too much.
No, that's not it. Raptures. They must have been lying dormant in the garbage dump. But we woke them up by digging around.
That's what you get for being so greedy. Stop talking like you're innocent. You were digging right along with us.
Guess it's time to crash the party. After finding such a massive haul, it'd almost be strange if we didn't encounter some resistance. Can we trust you to hold up your end of the bargain? We'll split everything 50-50.
Well, of course. Leave it to us. Bashing heads in is what we do.
Encounter. Enemy neutralized.
That was easy. All that's left now is to go back and cash it all in. Then it's time to rush over to the luxury hall. First thing I'm gonna do is install a heater in the dorm. I'm going to indulge in the most decadent dessert I can find. Hey, that reminds me. Don't ever steal my snacks again. Of course. I can't stand the taste of that cheap Splendamin. I'd much rather prefer fine and exquisite desserts.
Wait,
What, am I too pretentious?
not that. I feel a vibration.
You're right, the garbage heap is moving again. I think more raptures were sleeping at the bottom.
I can see them! 1, 2, 5, more than 20?
All above carrier class. There's no way we can win. If we want to get out of this alive, we need to haul ass out of here.
But what about the treasure? We can't carry it all while running.
Just grab what's most valuable and toss the rest.
This can't be! The presidential suite! My strawberry cream parfait! Master! Okay, this one then. Just this one. Ta-da! When Talentum and come together, it's double trouble. We went through quite the ordeal, but we're back at the Ark. Whew! I almost thought we wouldn't make it back. The surface isn't exactly the most welcoming place. On that note, I would like to thank the oh-so-handsome Sweetie and their colleagues for everything they're doing to help us reclaim the surface. Alright then, now where were we? I'm sure you're all positively spazzing out wondering what special treasures we brought back from the surface. We wanted to share this moment with everyone, so we haven't shown each other what we picked out either. The time has come for the big reveal! First up, we'll unveil the treasure Talentum managed to take back. Then, we'll move on to the commander and the... First up, we have Dala.
Weight was a big thing I took into account, so I grabbed some chips first. And more. This thingamajig that looks like a half-eaten apple. I just felt this strange attraction to it. Maybe because I'm an electronics operator?
I tried to take anything related to gadesium. Gadesium can be added to all kinds of products. I thought it would be helpful for future R&D.
As for me, I brought back a limited edition luxury handbag made before the first invasion, and a luxury watch that was produced around the same time. If we auction it off on Royal Road, I'm sure it'll fetch a pretty penny. Moving on. We have the squad that's the talk of the town. Let's check out their haul, shall we? To be honest, I couldn't really tell what was what. I just grabbed some rapture cores. The laughs would probably pay through the nose for it. Well, sorry to say, but I believe that's just iron. What? If it was a rapture core, there would be some sort of power source, along with some distinctive patterns. This one has nothing. What about mine? It's a high-tech, ultra-compact rocket that is fired off during weddings. Pyrotechnics that are only set off when true love is in bloom. How romantic!
Are you talking about fireworks?
Yes, that's it!
How about Rappy?
I brought some data chips too, but I think I lost them during the battle.
What is with you guys? Do you guys even want to make money?
Seems like things are getting a little tense.
Sure, your main job was to escort us, but come on.
That's all for today's stream.
Why did you even bother coming up to the surface?
Remember to follow me, and don't forget to click like and subscribe.
What a bunch of freeloaders. Maybe we should just take their half of the loot.
See you all the next stream.
Don't you have anything to say for yourself?
Breaking news. Macillus Representative Sewen has reported that at 9 o'clock tonight, there will be a major announcement.
Good evening. My warmest greetings. To the reporters present and to all of the Ark citizens. I realize there have been many rumors about Macillus circulating as of late. For example, that we did not participate in the offensive because we have been colluding with the Raptors. That we are deliberately ignoring how the members of Matisse have been corrupted. I understand your concern. When faced with a Nikke that does not follow orders, humans are nothing but helpless prey. So to assuage our apprehensive citizens, I would like to announce that the previously corrupted Matisse squad has been resurrected. Come on out, ladies.
Citizens! Rest easy! Your heroes have returned from their absence! It takes more than mere corruption to bring down justice! My glory will reign until the day we reclaim the surface!
It is just as she said. You just can't keep a good hero down.
Why didn't you two coordinate your speeches better?
It's actually them! Matisse! Matisse has been resurrected! President Sewen, did you finally give in to public demand and erase their memories?
Not a chance. They have been resurrected with all of their memories fully intact. I realize this is difficult to accept. Up until now, when a Nikke was corrupted by a Rapture, our only recourse was to erase their memory within 3 hours. This was a huge loss, not just for the company, but for the entire Ark. All of the information a Nikke had accumulated up to that point, all of their knowledge and intuition, all of that had to be wiped away because of a mere virus. It was such a waste. That method is now obsolete. Our researchers have developed a unique technology called Vapus. If we have this, then mankind, Nikkes, will be reborn. They will become truly unstoppable weapons that will never give in to corruption. Master, did you see the press conference Macillus held yesterday? Then read this article. It's absurd, isn't it? The fact she's taking all the credit for Vapus is one thing. But more importantly, how did that Nimrod get her hands on it in the first place?
What are you talking about? Now I understand. In the firefight, when the commander shot Modernia with the Vapus, she spit the bullet right back at us. We were too exhausted to recover it afterwards. Siyuan must have picked up the bullet after the fact. Is that what you're saying?
That slippery little eel.
I agree. However, I hate to admit it, but there is a silver lining to all of this. After all, Siyuan did manage to bring back Matisse with their memories intact using the Vapus. It's a glimmer of hope for all of us. Even if we become corrupted, we will not lose ourselves.
I get what you're saying, but that bullet wasn't hers to take. We risked our lives getting it. Then Siyuan snatches it right from under our noses. Are we supposed to just sit here and take it? You're right. It's not fair.
I never said anything about us having to take it. Commander, do we leave the Vapus in Siyuan's hands? Or do we do whatever we can to get it back? We leave the final decision up to you.
I see. So you want me to hand over the Vapus? I'd love to. But I'm afraid there's no Vapus to give back. Ryan, they don't believe us.
In order to remove the Matisse nymph, we were required to expand the Vapus bullet in its entirety. To be more precise, the core components that destroyed the nymph have collapsed and are no longer functional as Vapus. As an apology, we have prepared a predetermined settlement. Take it or leave it.
Prove what? That. What better than new technology to make stock prices bounce back? We'll just find some more Vapus later on. In the meantime, if there are any requests to cure corruption, we'll just tell them the treatment costs more than it does to produce a new Nikke. When they decide the hefty price tag isn't worth it, they'll forego the treatment. Meanwhile, our stocks will continue to rise. It's a master stroke if I say so myself. Oh yeah? What are you gonna do about it? Plan on filing a lawsuit against me? Gee willikers, I'm so scared! Lawsuits are all about which side is more valuable to the Ark. You're one commander. I'm the leader of Miscelis, a massive conglomerate. Whose side do you think the law will be on? What then? What can you possibly do? What? Did you just hear that, Ryan?
Go for it.
What? This guy's really gone off the deep end. Come on now. Is all this really necessary? All I did was pick up a bullet that was lying around. I put it to good use. Why are you giving me such a hard time? All right. Let's not do this and work together. I need to find Vapus anyway. Let's team up and search together. For the public good. How about it? I'll give you everything you want. Troops, materials, you name it. On just one condition. You must keep this technology a secret. It feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Did you see Siyuan's face? I wish I had a picture so I could frame it.
Ah, yes. about where we should start looking. For the additional Vapus you mentioned. To be honest, we were incredibly lucky to obtain that first batch of Vapus. We have no way of knowing where the material comes from.
How about contacting Snow White? She's the one who first handed over the Vapus to us. She must know something.
What's wrong?
She must be passing through an area dense in alpha particles. They can interfere with communications. Alright, plan B is either wait for Snow White to pass through the area, or go out and find her ourselves.
Waiting around doesn't seem very promising. This whole thing could fizzle out while we sit twiddling our thumbs. Who's to say that Sewin wouldn't use any more dirty tricks?
What? Work together with Sewin? Did I hear you right?
If we bring back more Vapus from the surface, Bacillus will be able to produce more of it using their technology. It's actually not a bad plan. The only problem is that it's Sewin. We're a liability to her. She may want to keep us quiet. So long as we know her dirty secret, that sack of monkey brains could stab us in the back at any moment. Are you sure you're okay with this? Commander, up until now, I have followed every order you've given. No questions asked. But this is... Way to make me look bad.
Then is it decided?
Screw it. Let's do it. But I want to clear up one thing. I want to see if this support Suyuan's offering is worth the risk we're taking.
Suyuan wants the Vapus more than anyone. Why would she hook us up with a bunch of weirdos?
You never know. Suyuan is our adversary after all.